So hey everybody, Dream Life Rewards program. We are live. This is our update for our top 100 people only. I wanted to let you guys know where we're at with everything. Want to give you first of all some numbers. We are at the 31 person mark of the first 100, so we're moving full speed ahead. I think we had 6 people yesterday and today come in. So what happens is it starts to have this, it slows down for a little while when you first get your first 10, and then it launches again, and then it goes back, and it's like this living, breathing thing, and at the end it just goes boom, and everybody wants in when you're already filled up. So we're just going to shut it off at 100. First in is fine, and then after that we'll just have to tell them, sorry, so sad. So I'm going to give you guys another week. I have my email list that I'm getting ready to blast out. I'm talking to some of the other leaders in our group who are doing the most work, and they're going to help me really push the final push. So another week, week and a half for you guys to get your friends and family in. I'm going to give you some tools and show you guys how to do that in the next couple days, because there is probably never, ever in your whole entire time of business going to be a better and easier time than this right now, than to do this, because really you tell as little as possible. You want to say, look, I'm working with, I'm partnering. It's a really good word. I'm partnering with Bill Ebert. Guy's made $13 million in the profession. He's decided to start his own company for the first time in 20 years. He's been helping other people do the same thing, and we're looking, and we just want to have the top 100 people come into the company. And if you're interested, I want to show you a video. Everybody sees the video, wants to talk, and everybody who talks buys. So it's pretty simple. It's not going to be harder than that. Don't get into story. Don't get into tell them the comp plan. Don't just tell them the simple basics. Look, I'm partnering with Bill Ebert. Tell the story as briefly as possible. Get them to video number 1. If they're interested, get them to video number 2, and then have them talk to me. And like I said, that's super simple. So at the end of this, we're going to do Q&A. So if you have any questions as I'm talking, you notice I'm talking really fast. If you have any questions, write them down. At the end, we're going to have plenty of time for Q&A. I'll stay on as long as you guys have questions. And then when you're sure you don't have any questions, just bail so that the other people can get on and give them some space to have Q&A time. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going to give you some updates, show you where we're at. We're 100% launched. I mean, as far as programming and marketing and media and all that stuff, we're full speed ahead. So we have Tony Potter, who was the chief programmer for Gano Life and Gano Excel. He's now come on full time. Rebecca, we got a customer service. We got a brand new ticket system. So we got all the primary people in place. As soon as we start shipping a lot of product, we're looking for the key shipping person. I'm talking to 2 people right now. One of those 2 will probably be the person that handles shipping and receiving. And I'm talking to some of you guys too about helping me with events. And so we got everything ready to go. Some people asked me a couple questions, so I'm going to get those out of the way first. You know, marketing and media stuff. When we were at the live event, everywhere I went, I handed out this business card. As you can see, it's on one side it says BillEbert.com, and on the other side it has Dream Your Life Amazing card. And everybody I hand it to seems to go to the site. So I want to give you guys the ability, for those of you who are face-to-face, don't do this if you're not going to talk to strangers. If you're not going to meet people, you don't need this. This is something this is just for those of you who are out and about. You want a card to be able to hand out to people. This is not your primary marketing tool. Just some people have asked me about it, so I'm going to make it available for you. I'm doing Vistaprint, and this is called a heavy, ultra-thick business card. It's like 3 times the thickness of a normal business card, so it's really weighty. And so on one side, I'm going to put Bill Ebert, best-selling author, and on the other side, it's going to have Dream Your Life Amazing book. And then I'm going to give you guys, every single one of you, going to have a unique code. I'm going to show you that here in a second. Every one of you has a unique code, not just your ID. So that if a person goes in, you can actually give them a free copy or a free portion of the book for free. And so you having this card, and on the other side, instead of it saying Bill Ebert, say to redeem your code, go here and blah, blah, blah. Super simple. So that's for those of you who want it. Just reach out with me on Skype or on the group chat over on the Facebook page. If you're interested, I'll actually put all the information you need and samples of the graphics and the link to Vistaprint and show you how to buy the cards and all that stuff there if you're interested. All right, item number 2. This is pretty exciting. This is now done. This is going to be the postcard that's going out to every person when you order or Dream It Forward. We're going to have a Dream It Forward program in your back office. You're going to go to your back office. You're going to go to your leads page, and you're going to say, I want to Dream It Forward. And you're going to buy 5 copies for those of you who want to do it, you're going to buy 5 copies of the ebook, or you're going to buy 5 copies of the hardback, paperback. And then we're going to mail it out for you in your name. And so the postcard that goes with the mailer looks something like this. On one side, it's a full color, a gift for you. And on the back, as you can see, it has a little note. So if they get the ebook, they're going to get this beautiful full color card. And it's going to come in the mail to them as a postcard. And it's going to say a gift from you for you. And on the back, it's going to say, Dear Tony Potter, Bill Ebert bought you a copy of this life-changing book. You may redeem this book at dream-redeem.com and use the code, whatever your code is going to be. When a person goes to that site and they log in and they get the book, you're immediately going to get an email, you get a lead. Because you're paying for the book for the first month, they're actually becoming a paid member for 30 days, and that's when they get to read the book, they get to see the comp plan. Beautiful way to get people in. If you buy paperback copies of the book, very similar thing's going to happen. We'll mail them a paperback copy of the book. Inside the package, we use a window envelope, so this part shows up. So this part shows up in the window. They'll have this card inside with a copy of the book, and we'll tell us the other story. Dear Tony Potter, Bill Ebert bought you this book and would love for you to get the accompanying video training material by going to dreamredeem.com and use code blah, 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 and they log in. Beautiful way to market. You're actually gifting people. You're not trying to convince them, twist their arm to buy something. They're more inclined through reciprocity to want to come and see your product once you give them a beautiful presentation or a book. So that's the card that you guys are going to see. Every one of you is going to get a sample card as soon as we get them printed. I'm going to mail all you guys a sample card so you can see what that looks like. You know, touchy-feely, nice, big, thick card that comes in the mail. Direct mail's working again. In case you didn't know, direct mail died many, many years ago when this magical thing called the internet and email came out. Direct mail basically fell off the earth. Now that almost nobody's doing it, people are very excited to get direct mail. They love to get a postcard from you. So it's going to be a great little tool for you guys. So there's the front, there's the back, and then the other thing I want to show you is the back office. Here's the color scheme. We have the pretty little bee, Be Amazing, Dream Life Rewards. These little 3 men for each stage that you're in are actually going to be little icons. We're coming up with these pretty little icons for the stage or the level that you're at. And then of course you have your start menu. You're going to have your leads. You're going to have a wallet. We're working on a brand new wallet for you guys so you can see. For all you top 100, you're going to have 2 wallets, in case you didn't remember. You're going to have a wallet that shows everybody's group, the top 100 groups. You're going to be able to log in and look at that wallet and see how much money's coming in on that on a daily basis. And then you're going to have your own personal wallet that's based on your downline and how much money you're making there. So we might try to figure out a way so you don't have to check that every day. It'd probably be just as easy to send an email to the top 100 every couple days and just let you know what the status is of the top wallet so you're not logging into 2 different accounts. That'd be super easy for us to do. That's probably going to be the way that we go. And so the profile page, same way, it's going to have all your affiliate links and all that stuff. We're going to have, these are basically the categories when a person comes in. It's a Join Now page. It's the watch the orientation videos, join us socially so they can get all the networks, and then the invite people page, of course, is where you can pay it forward, buy it forward, dream it forward with 5 different copies of the book. And then additional products. Whenever we do a live event, you're going to be able to see your live event products here. You're going to be able to see your upgrades there if you ever want to get additional products. We don't actually have any. We just have the 3 right now and a live event. So any additional products will go under that tab. And you guys already know, when we start this thing, we're taking payments one of 3 ways. We're going to take e-checks, which is super simple, approved by 2 different banks now. That's probably going to be our primary way of taking money. Almost everybody in the U.S. has a checking account, so e-checks is number 1. Payza, for the people who have Payza accounts, it's very simple if you already have a Payza account. If you don't, it's a little tedious. It takes 4 to 7 days to set one up, and they only take Visa and Bitcoin. So that's a little painful for the people who use MasterCard. And then the last one is a free option for people who can't afford the $5. There are actually people out there who can't afford $5. So we're going to give them a way to come in for free, sell enough product to generate enough money to make their $5 and earn enough points to become free. So those are our 3 payment options. And then, of course, we're going to have the comp plan down below and a map of all the people. One of the things that's going to be really cool is you're going to actually see a map like we've done with all of our other back offices with IP addresses from all over the world, as people start popping up and becoming members, we're going to see where we can have live events. So, you know, if we have 20 to 50 people in a city, that's a target for me. I'm going to go out there and set up a couple days, invite you guys to go. Anybody who's in the $99 level gets free tickets. You guys get to come out with me, hang out. It's going to be a blast. So that's where we're at. I wanted to talk to you about timing because we're going to stop this screen sharing thing. All right, timing wise, we are at 30. What did I say? 32. We're at 32 paid positions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other people that have said they want in but just haven't sent their money yet. So we have 40 out of 100. Those 60 people will probably be done. I really would love to see you guys get your friends in before I go to the mass market. If that happens, then by July 1st, we're going to do what we call pre-launch. Right now, this is called Top 100 or pre-launch, and no commissions, no back office, just conversation right now. If July 1st we go into pre-launch, then we're going to have 60 days where the only people that can get in are going to pay for a full year, which is $60. They're going to pay for the full year, $5. They're going to send a check, and they're only going to get in at the $5 level. And so that's kind of a fear of loss thing. That'll also help you get a nice little momentum going because people are wanting to get in at that super high level. So $60 they pay for a full year, and then when we go launch, which will be 30 days after that, so July 1st, August 1st, all of these are rough numbers, and it's all based on when the top 100 finally close the deal. August 1st comes along, we start paying commissions, we start showing real downlines, we start mailing out books. So we're pretty close. We're pretty close to full-fledged taking over the world. It's gonna be crazy. I'm actually enjoying the little bit of oxygen that I'm breathing now because I know what's gonna happen once it starts going crazy. So we have a lot of other things. When it comes to live events and some of the other training and some of the mentoring and some of the certification for dream training and all this stuff, we got a whole bunch of big plans for you guys. But I don't want to even start launching that stuff now. We have world vision. I mean, the stuff that we can do, if this thing does what I think it's going to do, I have a pretty big vision as to where it's going to go. And all of you guys get first chance to go with me. The thing that I love the most about this is it's exciting that we're going to be touching a lot of people. But the thing that I love most is the family that we're going to build, the camaraderie that we've already started to build with the family, and having Jeanette and Jackson and the family come over to the U.S., fly those guys over, or we go over there, and just sharing our lives with each other. We had a great event in Charlotte here. We had a couple days, and then Mary Ellen and Stan came and stayed with us for a couple days. Just the whole family thing. It's just family. We all have the like-mindedness. We all caring about the same thing. And if we can build a culture where this extends, you guys can have 100 people following you, and then they have 100 people following them, and it just becomes this huge and beautiful, tight-knit community that's our primary focus is helping people find and fulfill their dreams. I've said for years the greatest goal of a husband and father is to find and fulfill the gifts and callings of his wife and children. Well, how much more shouldn't it be for us that we have an entire culture on helping other people find and fulfill their dreams? I was talking to somebody earlier today, husband and wife team, and as you get older, you grow different directions. Sometimes you have different interests, but if your interests are always in helping people find and fulfill their dreams, if that's your primary goal as a culture, then it doesn't matter if you have slightly different interests. It doesn't matter if he wants to go swimming and she wants to go to the mountains. It doesn't matter that you have different inclinations. If your desire is to serve other people, and we have a culture and a company that does that, we'll have that one thing in common: helping find and fulfill the dreams of everybody we come in contact with. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to sharing that continually all over the globe. I'm going to open it up for Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, I actually don't see. Let me see if there's any questions. I don't see any questions typed from the crowd. Oh, wait a second. Do new signups get the books and video for Dream Planner as part of their sign up in the top 100? Yes, they do. Everybody who gets top 100 should have you're going to get access to all the training. as far as the book, everybody who doesn't have a paperback copy of the book and you're one of the top 100, go ahead and send me a note. Some of you already have them because you're at the event. Some of you already bought one. If you haven't, I'd love for you to have a paperback copy. So go ahead and send me a note and say I'm a top 100. I don't have my copy. So I'll get you out a book. And then question on follow-up of sending videos, how to sign interested people up. If a person, because it's a small number of 100, if you show them video number 1 and then you show them video number 2 and both of them are in the group, if you're not part of the group, remind me because I'll get you in there and you can see that Facebook group. Show them video number 1, show them video number 2, and if they say yes, I'm interested, then you just have to connect them with me directly. I'll do everything manually. I ask every person who they're supposed to belong to and make sure they get placed in the downline correctly. It's all being done manually. The system's not up and running as far as sign-up, so have them connect with me. Where can we start payments for the $60? You can't. That's not going to come until we get the full 200 members. So the $200 people, it's dreamliferewards.com if you want to be part of the top 100, and you're going to pay $200 a piece for that position. If you want to do that, that's where you go, dreamliferewards.com, and just pay the $200. If you can't afford $200, then you go wait for the $60. That's 30 days from now. And then if you can't afford $60, then you wait 30 days after that, and we'll start at the $5 level. And that's it for the typed questions. You guys that are online, you got any questions for me? Jeanette.
Hi, family. I'm echoing. Bill, just a question I did put in the side there asking for Lizette. She wanted to know if you would post the promo in the back office for the 5-book promo to get the hard copy. Will you post them to Australia, or we just get the card?
We are not doing anybody outside the U.S.
Sweet.
It costs $20 to send a book to Australia.
Too much. That's all right. We'll just get the cards.
Yeah, and we're actually going to have an email version. If you really, we're going to try and focus on only the U.S. just because it's U.S. checking account is how they're going to pay for it. So that's going to be a real emphasis once we get in and show you guys how to stay focused on the U.S. market. And then if you do get somebody from the U.K., we're going to have to figure out a way so that they can pay for a year in advance. So we're not doing the PayPal thing overseas, and then they have to focus on the U.S. market. We just want to stay away from outside the U.S. until we really establish ourselves here and then get some banking that works over there.
That's understandable.
Hi,
Bill.
Little ears are listening. He just wanted to know if he could sign in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do that.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about that one. Alrighty. Another quick question, Bill. We can talk about. I know I've had one of my team that I've introduced into the top 100, and they're just wondering. He's on the call, Les. I don't know if you want to ask this. With the matrix system, how it works. Like I've introduced them to the top 100. If they buy a position that's higher than mine in dollar figures, will they still be in my downline in the $5 matrix system?
Yes, very, very good question. We did answer that briefly the last time I did one, but it's going to be something that I need to bring up every time we talk about it. The original picture that you guys saw of the 3, 9, 21, 88, 27, 81, the visual that you saw is not actually how it's going to fall out when a person is signed up, because someone who comes in at 200 and brings in a $1,000 member, it wouldn't be fair to lose them. You went through the effort of bringing them in, and we want to incentivize you. So you're actually going to fall under you when it comes to the payout, so you're never going to lose them positionally. They're still going to have a benefit of getting in early and being in the top 100 and getting 5 shares in the top spot. But when you see the actual matrix, when it's finally said and done, it's very likely not going to look exactly like that. It's going to be close, but some people are higher numbers are actually going to be under the under people, and it'll work out. It was the only fair way to do it. So I'm going to show you 2 visuals when we get to the end. When everybody gets a final chance to opt out, you're going to see a visual of what we originally proposed and then we're going to show a visual of actually how it falls out, and I don't know what that's going to look like yet because I don't know who's going to do the most recruiting. Actually, I do, but because they're already doing it. We have a couple people that are already shining stars, but you know, when it falls out, you're going to see a different visual of the downline. So nobody loses anybody, no matter what level they come in.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. That's all from us.
While you're coming up with another question, just so you know, there's only one position left at the $600 level. That might be gone by tonight. Somebody was telling me that they want that last 600 spot. We still have 19 of the $400 left and 68. Most of them are still in the $200 level. The top one's filled up first, which is normal. All right, let me see if I have any questions typed over here. Super life-changing, $60 payment. I already answered that one.
Bill, I've got a question for you.
Yep.
You touched on this a little bit, but I just want to make sure I understand completely. So I know you talked about how you wanted this to be pretty much right in the U.S. And then we talked about, okay, maybe UK, maybe a little bit here or there. I'm assuming that if somebody's getting an e-version of the book, that could be anywhere, you know, in terms of being exposed to the concept. And they could also, you know, download a free version of the Dream Planner and kind of work off pages that way and still be able to use the information. What exactly are we doing, if anything, right now for involvement outside of those areas? Are people outside of those areas eligible for the top 100? Are we looking at offering just e-versions of things to people right now, or are we totally holding off until you give us the green flag for that later?
Well, I would love for us to try to stay focused on the U.S., but here's a couple scenarios. We have two primary reasons that we're not focusing outside the U.S., and we can fix those if a person's willing to jump through those hoops. One is it costs a lot more money to ship to the UK. I'm working with Amazon UK and a couple other places so they can buy them directly through there, and we still make our $5 as a company. That's going to save a tremendous amount on shipping, because I sent out a package today to Jeanette. It was $27 for a couple books and a Dream Planner. So if a person's willing to do that, you know, we say, you know, we can tell right away by their IP address that they're not U.S. and say, you know, you're not a U.S. resident. Here's what it's going to cost you to participate, and then just change the shipping fee for the product if they're willing to do that. And the other thing is to tell them going in that you should probably, because a lot of you outside the U.S. are going to have trouble paying and buying the product, tell them that your primary audience needs to be the U.S. Otherwise, they'll get frustrated coming in and trying to get all their South African buddies to join them. So we'll just make it clear in the beginning. Here's your options. Dreamreward.com. Dream Reward do not work. Please email links to back office referred to in a Hangout. We don't have a back office. Just so you guys know, everything that you have, and everything that you don't have. Because if it was working, when it's working, you'll have a link to it. Until then, you don't have any videos except for the two. You don't have a website to look at except my face. So as soon as those are available, you get them. DreamLifeRewards.com is a place where people can pay for the top 100, but there's no ID, there's no associated link. I'm just going to have to ask them who sent them there. You know, since it's a small number of people, it's easy for me to track. All right, anybody else? Questions? Everybody have a good time at the event? Woohoo! Yeah, it was fun. Gil, you doing okay? All right, I don't think I see any more questions. So if you have any in between the sessions, go ahead and send your questions to the group chat over in Facebook, Top 100, and get out there and get us 80 more people. Actually, it's not 80. However many it is, just go get me some more people. See you guys on the other side.
Thanks, Bill. Bye, everyone.
Gil, do you have a question for me?
I do. Can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, yeah, I have a couple of questions. First of all, I want to say publicly thank you to Carrie that she invited me to the top 100. I was kind of lost on some of the things that you were doing, and I'm just getting back on track. And just want to double check first that I have my position with $600. And after that, I wanted to see if there is a visual already of the people that is right now.
I have a visual that I'm going to finish putting together this week. It's a little messy right now, so I don't want to confuse anybody. But I'm going to make a pretty little visual so everybody sees where they're sitting. And I'll put that in the group chat later this week. Okay?
All right, and about my position, I got it, right?
You're all set.
Awesome.
See you guys. Everybody have a great night.